Hello, good evening, and welcome to Schio, Italy, the Palazzetto Livio Romare. This is the EuroLeague Women quarterfinals, and it is the battle between Beretta Famila Schio and USK Praha. Well, this is game two. Remember, these two teams have already traded blows in game one in this best of three series, and Prague eking out a 2-point win, and Schio now trying to force a deciding third game, but they've got to do a number on this Prague team here at home in Italy, and force the series back to the Czech Republic. This is what you live for. This is why you play the game. This is why you dream of being a professional basketball player, because you want to be in games like this. And as you look at Schio warming up, perhaps all the pressure on them, but maybe not, because Prague know if they don't take care of business tonight, the pressure will be back on them. They'll have to go back and win it. So they want to take care of business here away from home. And Prague, not with the biggest rotation. They only played 6 players in the last game. And of course, led by a legendary coach, Anata Hekov. And there's George Dikolakis, also a legend as well, is the coach of Schio. And he's been around the block in international women's basketball, the EuroLeague women. And this is his latest stop, and he's hoping that this Schio team can, I guess, spring an upset overall in this tie and make it to the Final Four. So Prague and Schio getting ready to trade blows, and it is going to be, we would expect, a humdinger. And that's a heck of a, who is a heck of a coach, in fact, Hall of Fame coach, in fact, has done it so many times over the years. She knows exactly what it takes to get to the finish line. She's got a very good team. Maybe the depth issue could come back to bite this team in the end, but they have been good value for money this season. And Schio, despite having quite a few ups and downs this season, they also know that they control their own destiny, and that's all you can hope for at this time of the season. So the players are coming out and being introduced to the crowd. And how about Taya Oblak? Boy, she had an incredible game the other night playing for this Prague team, the Slovenia international, coming out and really just exceptional in terms of putting the points on the board in that 72-70 win, finishing with 17 points. She also had 4 assists, the point guard, along with 5 rebounds, a couple of steals. And that's a heck of, I'll be hoping for another big game tonight from Taya Oblak. Of course, it wasn't just Taya Oblak getting it done. This is a Prague team that has so many solid players in that starting 5. Maria Condi had 18 points. You had Brianna Jones, the second leading scorer in the EuroLeague women. She actually had 16 points in that game. Elisa Thomas had 11. Now, for the Schio team, there she is, the legend from France, Sandrine Gruda. She had 14 points. Kim Mestag had a big 18 points and drilled 5 three-pointers in that contest. Everybody knows Kim Mestag is a threat from deep. Jasmine Keys had 12 points. Katia Lakska had 13. Of course, Jasmine Keys, unfortunately, missed the 2 free throws late that would have tied the game and perhaps forced overtime. So we're about 5 minutes away from the opening tip in this contest in the EuroLeague women. And we'll also get a look at the referees and the starting 5s. So I was anticipating that the players would come out and shake hands at midcourt. So again, Prague, the second seed, following developments with UMMC Katerinburg no longer in the running, and interesting sign up there saying you'll never walk alone. I think I've heard that before. This Prague team, 1 through 5, is something special, really. Nice to see the young fans coming out tonight as well. I mean, Oblak was terrific, and you would think if Hekova could sign right now for Teo Oblak coming out and pouring in 17 points, hitting 4 of 8 from three-point range, and getting also Viorlova to hit 2 of 3 from deep, as well as an 18-point haul from Maria Conde. She would take it. There's Satana. She has played for a very long time for the Schio team, and is also was a long-time Italy international. She's hoping to extend this season in the EuroLeague women. But Brianna Jones and co, they have got other ideas. They want to finish things off tonight. Jones the other night, 16 points, 8 rebounds. She shot 7 of 14 from the floor. And the only issue with Jones the other night was she turned it over 6 times. So we just got to look at Elena Hanashova, who did not play the other night. And with Schio, you just really, you never know. I mean, it's a team that has the firepower. Maybe they've had some slow starts, and that has plagued them over time. But if, again, just from that first game, it was knotted at 21 at the end of the first quarter, and Schio then led at halftime by a couple of points. And they extended that lead to 6 points at the end of the third quarter. It was in that fourth quarter where they just faded a little bit down the stretch. They were outscored 24-16. And if there were a quarter where you would think that they would be stronger, it would have been the fourth quarter because they had the deeper rotation. But don't always expect things to go that way. So Hekova has a good feel for her team, how many minutes her players can go. And she really does trust that rotation. So not a deep rotation at all. You see the referees for tonight's game. Very good one. Jelena Tomic from Croatia, Peter Prax from Hungary, and Alexandra Stan from Romania. Keep an eye on the turnovers tonight. That was really the undoing for the Schio team. They turned it over 18 times, and they were punished with Prague scoring 24 points off those turnovers. Schio, on the other hand, scored 12 points off the 13 turnovers of Prague. Well, hello everybody, good evening, and welcome here to Italy. We are underway, the battle between Famila Schio and USK Prague. Teams trading blows in Italy, and Schio coming out and missing with the first jump shot was Satana. So it's Gruda, Keys, Laxa, Mestag, and Satana for Schio, and Conde takes the first attempt. And then Gruda gets the block on Brianna Jones. And the team scrap away for the loose ball, and Laxa ties up Brianna Jones. Brianna Jones is the low post presence for this Prague team. So it's Conde, Jones, Taya Oblak, Elisa Thomas, and Vorečkova for Prague. And another miss from deep. And another rebound. Now Oblak gets it over to Jones. And another chance. And finally, Keys comes up with the rebound. Now Satana in the open floor. Laxa. And Laxa sees her attempt rim out. Now another three and another miss. That was by Vorečkova, and now a wide open shot on the baseline. And boy, Prague can't buy a basket, but Schio can hardly get the rebound. And finally, nope, they still couldn't score. So very cold start to the game with Conde missing down low. And Gruda gets this underway here. A minute and 40 seconds into the contest, and finally 2 points by the French legend. I don't think it's too early to say that in her career, the way she's played for so long. Now, Vorečkova gets it over to Conde in the right corner. Conde surrounded. And the penetration, the drive, and the foul called on Keys. So Veronika Vorečkova will go to the line. No, excuse me, Elisa Thomas will go to the line. So Natahekova thinking, what is this? 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the contest, and we still haven't scored a point. What's going on? And finally, Thomas, with her patented one-handed free throw, gets the first point for Prague. Laxa, or Mestag. Mestag over to Laxa. And Laxa has the shot blocked. And Thomas passes it quickly up ahead to Jones. Looked like she might have dragged her foot. Here's Conde. And Laxa, quick outlet pass up to Satana. Satana, that's a two if it drops, and it doesn't. Boy, nothing is falling for either team at this point. Only Gruda has a field goal. Thomas banks it in. And Prague, despite their very slow start to the game, have taken the lead. Schio have started even slower. Gruda goes to Jones. Fades, puts it up. Thomas again. And boy, a little bit of Matador defense there. Keys just in the end gave up. I don't know if she was expecting help, but she's got the last two baskets in the contest. From the elbow, and Laxa is blocked by Conde. And then Conde fouled as she stopped and then kind of fell over. Watch this. And it was the reach by Laxa that was called. Jones goes to work on Gruda, and Gruda, well, it looked like somebody had a block there, and she still was able to get it up and score. And now 7-2. I've seen this Schio team start cold before, and they have had another cold start tonight. And Mestag answers with a 3. Well, you got to do everything while you're out there, but there is no doubt about it with Kim Mestag. She is out there to pour in the points, and especially from deep. I think she'd rather have an open 3 than an open layup. Good hands from Gruda. They still keep it, and Vorachkova. Now Mestag again. These teams look a little bit tired right now. Conde missing. And Thomas tried to go up quickly with it. Now Keys. With such a short rotation, I mean, oh, look at the pass down low to Keys. Oh, Keys misses the layup. She's got to finish that. Conde takes a bump by Satana. You would think with such a short rotation that it would be tempting to come out and press this team from Prague. Conde. And still can't get it to drop. Gruda does corral the rebound. Now Satana. Laxa, nope, that she passes down low to Keys, and Keys misses again, and finally follows it up and puts it in. We saw her play for Italy in Valencia last summer when she played at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket. Jasmine Keys. Tough defender, tough rebounder. They also need her to score in this Schio team. Here's Jones. And then Jones, the foul called on Gruda. So Brown Jones goes to the line. Her team up by 2 points. And probably the foul called because she lowered her arms. So DeShields comes into the game, her first appearance for Schio. And this Laxa goes out. And Jones misses yet another. And that's a heck of a saying, what in the heck is going on here? Her team is really struggling offensively, even though they're winning. They look like they've got jet lag or something. Both teams look a little bit lethargic. So Diamond DeShields in the game. See if she can provide a spark for Schio. Here's the pass down low to Gruda. She backs up Jones. She finds her way in and gets a layup. Look at the savvy of Sandrine Gruda. Tying it up. Taya Oblak has it knocked away. Now Gruda quickly over to Mestag and then to DeShields, and right off the bench gets her first 2 points. And DeShields with that bucket leads to a timeout for USK Prague. Schio on top 11-9.
Inspirerend, competitiva, ambiciosa, stylish, powerful, diverse, diferente, beraber, inspiring.
You look at these two teams and not really that much separating them from the starting fives, and when you have the luxury of bringing Diamond to Shields off the bench, as George Dikalakis does, you would think that might give the edge to Schio. This Prague team definitely has not shot the basketball well at the beginning of the game. So Teresa Viorlova comes into the game. So it's Viorlova, Ratchkova, Thomas, Oblak, and Jones. And Conde takes a seat. And another missed jump shot by Vrachkova. Now Oblak. Thomas forces her way in, and Gruda. Now the pass. Oh, nice spin. Nice shot. Doesn't fall for Diamond to Shields. Quick pass, Oblak. And Vrachkova didn't even look for the shot. Thomas again. Pass back to Oblak. Shot clock down to 5. And no need to commit the foul. Obis Andre has checked into the game. And she is whistled for the foul on Taya Oblak. Yeah, she kind of barged into her there. Schio already over the limit, which is why Prague at the free throw line, and Oblak gets the second to drop as well, and Prague have not even committed a foul. So the game is knotted at 11. Quick pass to DeShields for 3, and she puts her team back in front. Oblak. Great rebound by Vorishkova. Dikalakis not liking the way his team is attacking the boards right now, and that leads to a potential three-point play now as Jones banks it in. It all starts with the offensive rebound. So Conde catches her breath and then comes back into the game. Also, Satana goes out. And Vorishkova goes out for the visitors. So she does not complete the three-point play. And Costanza Verona comes into the game for Satana. Gruda gets to the baseline, puts up the reverse layup. Just a little bit flailing, and quickly the pass intercepted by DeShields. She's able to save it in bounds. Made it a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. Here's Verona. And she hooping and scooping, puts it up, and that's going to be before the basket. So the push, they're going to inbound. You know you got to be good, Verona, if they name a city after you. Here she is. And good to see Hanyashova in the game. So a little bit deeper of a rotation tonight for Prague. And Abby Gay comes into the contest for Schio as Gruda takes a breather. Verona gets to the Gay. She's going at Hanyasova and puts it up and in. Well, it didn't look easy, but she got it to drop. Gay shows the way. minute remaining in the opening quarter. 3-point lead for Schio. And now an offensive foul called on Teresa Viorlova, kind of throwing her left arm out there, clearing out. Watch this. Oh, no, it wasn't. She just had it knocked out of her hands. And then as she kind of shielded Mestag, she caught Mestag, and Mestag made sure the referee saw that. She went down pretty quickly. You can see she took a little bit of a shot to the mouth. Verona calling the play, and you know, watching these teams tonight, you can't put a premium. I mean, you know, to have that extra energy, they want to see if this is an unsportsmanlike. I would be surprised if they called it unsportsmanlike. Although there maybe. So they have indeed called the unsportsmanlike. So an opportunity here for Schio to open up their biggest lead of the game. And Mestag, having been over to the bench to get some treatment, comes back out and makes the first free throw. And the second as well. Schio led by as many as 12 points in the first game, but weren't able to hold on. Laxa back to Gay. Picks up the dribble, gets it back outside. Verona had to launch it because the shot clock was winding down. Taya Oblak over to Viorlova, back to Oblak. Hanyasova. And Thomas walks. So you would think Schio would like to hold on for the last shot here if possible. They start possession with 22 seconds left in the first quarter, but DeShields is going to take the early shot, and that's going to lead to an opportunity now. Oh, look at the spin move from Thomas. And now Hanyasova. And that's the type of situation where it might... You know, you got to do those little things better for Schio if you're going to win games. They were lucky to escape without giving up a three-pointer. So at the end of one quarter, Famila Schio lead it 18-13 over the visitors from the Czech Republic, the USK Prague. And again, looking at the numbers, 2 threes for Schio, none for Prague. This is an unusual stat. 10 of Prague's 22 rebounds so far have come on the offensive glass. I mean, they have just... There was one possession where they must have had 5 offensive rebounds and still didn't score. Shooting just 22.73% from the floor Selfie time. And Schio faithful tonight. Hoping they'll be leaving this arena all smiles. And despite their struggles, they come out and claim the lead, and really the onus is on them to really press home this advantage. Laxa able to inbound the basketball. Taya Oblak. Good defense. And good hands from Conde. Into the corner, and the three-pointer is good from Verona. Oblak gets two of them back. Well, Verona only had 2 points in the first game. 1 of 4 from the floor. Now she gets it down low, and Obisandre gets an easy one. And now the turnover, and Laxa launches it. And Abby Gay able to rebound the miss. Here's Verona. Gay. Now Verona fouled by Oblak as Verona just kind of stepped over, almost initiated the contact. I like Verona's role in this game for Schio. She played just under 15 minutes in the opening game, but you can see she can really, just with her energy, and the same thing with Abby Gay, you know, they could really come out and make a big impact in this game tonight. Laxa comes in from the baseline, still can't get it to drop, but Gruda, or rather Andre, still in the game, gets the rebound. Here's Verona, and that's what I'm talking about right there. She drives in and gets the layup. Their lead continues to grow. Thomas probing, hits the cutter. Good work finding Conde. "12 minutes into the contest and an 8-point lead for Schio. Remember, they lost the first game by 2 points. There's Laxa, still looking to get on track. Now Gay. Verona. Shot clock winding down. Verona. And that was an air ball. So DeShields did not play in the first game, and I'm not sure if hasn't felt well, if she's carrying a little bit of an injury, but she doesn't look entirely herself right now. Good work, though. Oh, boy, just a needless, almost a turnover, but Verona steps in and takes it back for Schio. And again, both teams a little lethargic tonight. Lethargy will undermine you every time. And again, Prague do not want this to go to a game 3. Laxa gets swatted. Great play by Thomas. Conde in the open floor, and then Thomas fouled by Verona. That's just a terrific defensive play. I tell you what, Thomas lucky maybe that she didn't get a charge call, because she definitely initiated the contact. I thought maybe Verona's feet were set. And Thomas has definitely been active tonight. And both free throws cut the deficit back to 6 points. Gruda, having had a rest, back in the game, going at Jones, and Jones blocks the shot. She knew the fadeaway was coming, the turnaround, and Oblak on the break. And now, good rebound by Gruda to get it back. Verona cuts to the middle. And Andre fouled by Teo Oblak. Laxa just inside the elbow. Well, Laxa having a tough shooting night tonight. Wow, that was a crazy look. She took it like she takes her free throws and missed it. But Jones ties up Andre. And the possession arrow favors Prague. Laxa is 0 for 7 tonight, 0 for 2 from three-point range, and as substitutions are made with Mestag coming back into the game. I mean, and Satana, you know, if the shot's not falling, you definitely don't want to force it. It feels like she's forcing it a little bit for Schio. Got to find the hot hand. So here's Satana. She's had a breather. Andre. And great defense again by Conde. Satana. Stops and pops. Prague are really good defensively, just getting their hands up and deflecting passes and blocking shots. But they're still trailing by 8 points after that basket. Conde outside, and Raskova misses. Vorachkova, rather. And here's Andre. Mestag. Good rebound. Andre doing what she does best. Here's Laxa, feet set. Still can't get it to drop off the back of the ring. 4:50 remaining in the first half. Viorlova. And good defense. And this is a great chance for Laxa to finally get on the board. And sometimes that's what it takes. Your defense sparks you into life. And Dikalakis has no doubt he's going to rely on her. Gives her the low 5. The great play on defense stretches the lead back to 10 points and forces Hakova to call timeout. Nothing will get a player on track like playing great defense like that. And really, that was just a telegraphed pass from Viorlova, which Laxa read. Full credit. Look at this. Okay, we're not going to see it. So Laxa now 1 of 9 from the floor, but having seen the ball go through the hoop, let's see how that impacts her for the rest of this half. Well, turnovers have been a problem tonight for Prague. You know, if that was the problem for Schio in game 1, it's the problem for the visitors tonight. 7 turnovers, and that has led to 10 points for Schio. Schio, seems like they've had at least 1 turnover, but officially they have no turnovers. So back to live action. Thomas goes up, and boy, that was a strong move. You know what? You're struggling. Get the ball inside. Get an easy shot, and that's what they did. Gruda, difficult pass. Great effort there by Keys, who's back in the game to make sure her team retained possession. Taya Oblak guarding, and Mestag makes an over-the-shoulder pass. Laxa gets it up, aware the shot clock was about to expire. And then Jones screens and rolls. Now she has it knocked away by Keys. Excuse me, I said Laxa Slovenian. She's Latvian. And the Slovenian on the court is Taya Oblak. Here she is, inbound on the basketball. Oblak rattles out, but another long rebound. That'll give Dikalakis a few more gray hairs. You don't want to see those long rebounds. And good defense by Keys, making some effort plays right now. Satana, oh, what kind of play was that? Look at that. And Keys has been all of a sudden stepping up. Not just on defense, but getting her first 2 points. Conde surrounded and fouled before she spun into the lane. Well, good hands by Keys. Keys actually has 4 points, not 2 points. Vorachkova. Oblak. Down to Jones. She turns and powers her way in there for 2 points. And great defense by Conde, stepping over and intercepting the pass. Now she gets it to Jones. And Vorachkova misses the three. Ball just not dropping for this Prague team tonight. Even so, they've really started to pick up the defense. Gruda. Well, doesn't hesitate, scoring just behind the elbow. And their lead goes back to 10 points. The Shields comes in for Laxa. Didn't like the body language on that exit from Laxa. Didn't extend her hand to extend low fives with the Shields. Vorachkova has it knocked away by Mestag, but Jones gets the basketball, then puts it up and misses. The Belgium international Mestag. Over to Gruda. Satana. Dribbling around. You don't want to dribble too much. And good bounce pass to Keys. Satana has made a couple of sublime passes here, and Keys has been the recipient. 12 points now, the advantage, the biggest of the game. Conde. Out to Oblak. Runs off the three-point line. And Keys, another chance. Keys showing her ball handling ability. Oh, nice fake by Keys. And she is fouled right at the end of the play on the shot by Jones. Boy, that pump fake. Terrific. She got Vorachkova off her feet. And then she was fouled by Jones as she made the move. Keys has some nice rotation on that free throw. And I think if Dikalakis had been told he would have a 13-point lead if he wanted it by this point in the game, before the contest, he would have taken it. Now it's 14 points as they look to knot the quarterfinal series at 1 game apiece. Here's Conde. Oh, beautiful no-look pass. Finished by Thomas. Where at times you just watch Conde play and it just takes your breath away. She just floats around out there. Final 36 seconds of the first half. Keys has been terrific. This time she doesn't come up with a basketball. Thomas to Jones, and that's a charge. Good job getting position, establishing position by DeShields. And she's helped up by Keys and Gruda. See if she's in the keyway. Nope, she's just outside. And good call by Tomic, the Croatia referee. Yep. Yeah, excellent call as the teams head over to the bench. 12-point advantage for Schio. And they've got possession and could or can, for all intents and purposes, hold on for the last shot. And you see Dragana Stankovic over there on the bench for Prague, not playing tonight, and her absence is pretty significant. I mean, she's one of the more important players. Serbia International helped her team qualify for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup with a terrific effort down in the FIBA Women's World Cup qualifying tournament in Serbia. So they're hoping to get her back. So Prague a little bit short-handed. Conde guarding Mestag here. And again, the pressure defense eases as DeShields brings it up the floor and hands it off to Satana. Laxa back in the game as well. Gets it back to Satana. Okay, shot clock. It's go time here. And Mestag drives in, puts up a shot. Well, they may have taken it just a little too soon. If that goes in, and Thomas was able to throw it off the backboard. So a lot of work to do for Prague. Just like in the last game, they overcame a double-digit deficit to win it. And right now they trail 37-25 at Beretta Famila Schio here in Game 2 of their quarterfinal series of the EuroLeague Women. Well, looking at the numbers, 0 for 9 from three-point range for Prague. Just 10 of 27 inside the arc. They have out-rebounded Schio 32-20, but they've also turned it over 9 times. And Schio coming up with 6 steals. They've got 11 assists, 4 blocks for Prague, but it all adds up to a 12-point advantage for Schio. And as we watch the highlights, I'll leave you with that thought. It's 37-25. Schio on top of Prague at halftime. We'll be right back before the start of the third quarter. 3. That would be played back in Prague on Friday. And that's exactly what Schio are hoping, that they can take this to a deciding Game 3 and crash the Final Four party. And of course, Prague will come out. You know, you can watch this opening few minutes, maybe opening 5 minutes of the third quarter, and see how this game is going to go. Don't forget, it was Prague that led in the first meeting between these two teams by double digits, but they lost 72-70. They led by 12. They led by as many as 12 points in that game, and that was also in the fourth quarter. But they weren't able to hold Prague at bay. They stormed back to get a famous win. So now Keys missing with the first chance for Schio as they attacked the basket to the left on your screen, and Jones fumbles the basketball away, but then DeShields attempting to make a pass to Satana, and those two were not on the same page. Now Jones goes crashing down after a little bit of contact with Keys. She gets up. Shot clock about to expire. Thomas gets it up and misses. Satana looks up the floor. Gruda over to DeShields. Taya Oblak quickly passes up to Varechkova, and she misses a layup. And boy, Natahekova just has to wonder who in the world in the basketball heavens did she upset tonight, because her team has missed a lot of shots around the basket. Satana over to Gruda, and Gruda sinks the jump shot about a step behind the charity stripe. 14 points is the advantage for Schio, and now the pass almost thrown away. Nice cut from Conde. She passes to the corner, and another miss for Vorachkova. It's Conde, Jones, Oblak, Thomas, and Vorachkova on the court right now for Prague. Satana gets it to DeShields. Mestag also on the court with Keys, as well as Gruda. Shot clock winding down. DeShields gets in. And she had $1 million move, but a 5-cent finish. Conde. And you do wonder, you have to worry if you're Schio, with especially a player like Conde on the court. If you don't take advantage of your opportunities now and press home that advantage, a player like Conde can bring her team right back into it. Gruda has it knocked away, gets it back. Puts up a very difficult shot. Now Thomas quickly to the other end. Quickly, and what about that for a counterattack? And Dikalakis, I think, astutely calls a timeout. Gruda wanted a foul at the other end. But you got to tip your hat to Prague. If they're going to turn this thing around, they've got to turn it around with their defense and their rebounding. So timeout on the court.
Passionate, ambitious, elite, verbunden, united, inspirerend, competitiva, ambiciozna, stylish, powerful, diverse, diferente, beraber, inspiring.
Well, this was the last 2 points after the turnover, or after the missed shot, rather. And Jones was able to go up and score. Got plenty of action coming your way the rest of this week. Girona will be at home against Avenida tomorrow in the best of 3. And then obviously if this series goes to a game 3, we'll have a game on Friday in Prague between these two teams, and then Avenida and Girona would trade blows in an all-Spanish game 3 decider if needed on Saturday. So Mestag misses coming off the bench right out of the timeout. Conde, little runner. And boy, that was a bullet dodged by Schio because Conde got the shot she was looking for. It really has been an issue of just making shots because they're getting some decent looks tonight. Prague. Gruda. Now Thomas. I like the way Thomas is pushing the ball. And Oblak goes in and ball batted out of bounds. They'll keep it at this end. Oblak thinks she's scoring right here, and boy, she got hacked by Mestag. They were fortunate to get away without a foul called, and even so, Vorachkova goes up and scores. Back to an 8-point advantage. Satana. Can they stem the flow of points? And boy, that was a big shot by Satana. Her team reeling a little bit. She's trying to get the momentum back. Oh, nice move for Vorachkova. Here's Satana again. Probes, takes it back outside. Here's Satana. She takes what the defense gives her, misses, but Keys there for the offensive rebound. Mestag open for 3. Conde sees the floor in front of her. Oblak for 3. Boy, the shots just are not falling for Prague tonight. They're 0 for 10 from 3-point range. 13 of 45 overall from the floor. Keys fouled by Jones. And that is foul number 3 on Jones. And that was a weak call, really. I mean, she had her hands up. Didn't make too much contact. Mestag goes over to the bench. But Keys, after kind of a shaky start, since coming back into the game, has been one of the better players for Schio tonight. She is an Italy international. And the Latvian Laksa back in the game, number 33. Verona also going to come back into the game. You can see a way back into this for Prague. It really is a case of them continuing to play good defense. Verona falls down. They got to start making shots. And look at this. Conde. Boy, just the path to the basket opened. The Shields gets it back from Laksa. Now she's got it back to Laksa. Latvian Laksa. Good. And that's more like it for Laksa. Oblak. Vorachkova. Laksa for 3. Good. How about that? she was as cold as a popsicle in the first half, and now she's come out and hit a couple of jumpers and stretched the advantage to 15 points, the biggest of the game for Schio, leading to a heck of a calling a timeout. That is what she was not able to do in the first half, Laxa. But in the second half, she's come out and drilled it. She's got the faith. Her coach really believes in her. And what a difference it makes to put the ball in the basket. You can see now she's got a big smile on her face. So Thomas with 11 points leading the way for Prague. But as the fans watch, Jones with 8 points, 10 rebounds, just a basket away from a double-double. Thomas already has a double-double, 12 points to go with her 11 point, 12 rebounds to go with her 11 points. But the difference is Oblak hasn't made her threes tonight. She's 0 for 3, and Vorachkova is 0 for 5 from deep. Conde 0 for 2 from deep. And also Thomas has missed an attempt from deep, as well as Hanyasova. So they're 0 for 12 from three-point range tonight. And great defense by Gruda getting the block. Now Verona brings it up the floor. And Laxa almost pushed out of bounds, and Thomas not able to keep it in bounds as she was going the other way, so the ball goes back over to Schio. And because she didn't have possession, just 10 seconds on the shot clock. Laxa short with that attempt. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. No time like the present for Prague to get it going. Here's Conde. And the Shields almost forcing another turnover. And another turnover indeed. This one, the pass, Jones intended for Vorachkova. So a good time for Abby Gay to come back into the game to give Gruda a breather for Schio. So they've got Laxa, Keys, Verona, in fact, Gruda. Yeah, Gruda goes out. They've also got the Shields out on the court. Now Verona misses. Gay knocks it out. Keys, I think wisely, gave it to Verona. Takes some more time off the clock. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Verona. And trying to get the pass to Keys. Turns it over. Jones takes on Gay. She is wrapped up. Gets it back. Puts it up and in. Looked like Keys might be able to take it away. Great strength that time by Jones, who scores. And now she's got her double. 10 points, 11 rebounds. And that was a pass where DeShields thought Laxa was going to be in that spot. Ball goes out of bounds. Don't go anywhere, folks. This thing is far from over. Schio have not slammed the door shut. Now another opportunity for Prague. Thomas gets inside, and she's fouled. they're making the commitment to get the basketball inside, and it's paying dividends. Thomas, 4 of 5 now from the free throw line. And she actually does have good rotation on the ball. It's just unusual to see a player just put it in one hand and go up in that motion. But if it works for her, then that's what she needs to do. It's all about repetition at the free throw line. Here goes Verona, tough pass, handled by Keys, and then she gets it to Gay, and Gay, kind of a sweeping hook shot. Now inside the final minute, another opportunity for Prague. Conde drives in, can't get the drop, then the rebound, not able to beat Corral. Oblak comes up with a three, not there. And once more, opportunity spurned by Prague, who just could be standing on the beach tonight, right at the water's edge, and not be able to throw the ball in the water. They just cannot get it to go. So that latest miss, they're now 0 for 13 from three-point range, and Mestag comes back into the contest. And Mestag hasn't really set the world on fire tonight either from three-point range. She's just 1 for 3. Gay buying more minutes for Gruda on the bench. Here's Laksa. Verona from deep. Well, it was online, but it was short. Now the final minute. Will Prague hold it for one shot? And it seems that they will. And you would imagine they're going to try to get something going to the basket. Oh, boy. Oblak is fouled by Abby Gay. Not a bad foul, because nowhere near the limit. They could even commit a few more fouls here. It looked like she kind of lost control of the dribble before she was fouled, in fact, Oblak. So Keys comes out, and Olbas Andre, another Italy international, checks into the game. And now Martina Crippa, the defensive specialist, checks into the game. Yet another Italy international and fan favorite. .9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Thomas gets one to go. They got to hurry. Verona, will she launch it? And she does not. Well, a little bit of recovery and a little hope for Prague as they score right at the end of the third quarter. It's Schio on top, 48-39. 10 minutes remaining. Oblak's last attempt must not have been from three-point range, because they're saying that they're 0 for 12. But this Prague team has just, more than anything tonight, they've just struggled putting the ball in the basket. They have had some good looks. The Schio defense perhaps has been disruptive at the right times, but really Prague, I think, will be feeling like they should have a much bigger number on the scoreboard than what they do right now. The good news for them is they only trail by 9 points, so that's something they can easily overturn. Even with their defense, if they can force some turnovers and get out in the break and score some points that way. So it is imperative for Schio to keep playing don't look at the clock per se. You gotta play your game, and you gotta keep playing good defense. You don't want to turn it over if you're Schio. Fourth quarter action underway here in Schio, and it is go time for Prague. They are down by 9 points. Thomas gets in, misses. Jones had the ball roll off her hands. And Mestag loses control of it as Conde knocks it away. Here's Conde. She stops on the break and pops. Look out. Here come the Czech team. Again, Conde can thrive in the open floor, and now a needless turnover. Satana, I don't know what happened. She fumbled it a little bit as she was trying to pass the ball to Obis Andre. And suddenly, the momentum with the visiting team. And they get it to Jones! Goodness me, here comes Prague! And again, we talked about the importance of not turning it over, and that's exactly what Schio have done. And in this situation, you would think you might want to get it to Gruda and let her go to work down low. Satana, tough shot. Oh boy, that was big. She's done that a few times tonight. Conde gets to the baseline, turns, and in the end, forced it up a little bit. I think you can live with that with Conde. You've almost got to jump on her back and let her carry you back into this game. And, oh boy, what a shot. Prague thinking a travel should have been called. It wasn't, and Gruda hits the mid-range jump shot. Jones sets the pick and rolls. Now gets it. And Oblak does a great job cutting to the basket. And now Oblak almost coming up with a steal, and Schio living dangerously here in the fourth quarter. They've led by as many as 15 points. It has been whittled down to 7. And a push called on Obis Andre, who holds her midsection. So Keys, perhaps a more stout defender, checks into the game. Thomas gets it to Jones! And they are earning their living right now, just feeding that low post. And again, closing the gap to 5 points. Satana. And Satana this time travels. She picked up her dribble, was looking to make the pass. And Dikalakis has to call a timeout to try to turn things around here. His ship is taking on water, and they are sinking fast as Prague heads over to the bench with renewed vigor. Schio now have 5 turnovers. And you talk about points off turnovers. 8 points have now been scored for Prague off of the Schio turnovers. That has been a huge difference. Well, the most nervous point of the game for Schio. Their fans know it. I'm sure the players feel it. And Prague must be believing they're going to get out of here with a win tonight, the way they have played in the opening 2 minutes and 50 seconds of this fourth quarter. The Schio crowd trying to lift their team. But they can get to within 3, maybe even 2, if they were to hit a rare, what would be a first three-pointer. Jones, here is Thomas, blocked by Keys, is able to get it back. And she looks over at the ref and says, "Where's the foul?" Satana trying to find an opening. Shot clock down to 5. And Mestag launches a huge three-pointer. And then emits a shout of "Let's go." The Belgian cat strikes. Here's the count. Conde in the paint, misses, and she was looking for a foul. Mestag picks up the dribble, able to get it over to Satana. A little more breathing room now after that Mestag three-pointer for Schio. And now she turns it over. And now the pass up ahead by Conde to Jones. And the turnovers have just been brutalizing this Schio team, and that is what has allowed Prague to stay in the game. Conde showing her absolute brilliance with her length, getting those hands up. Gruda goes to work and misses the shot. The reverse layup. Thomas quickly up the floor. Conde for 3, and it's an air ball. The Spain international trying to do it all right now. And the pass, and Gruda is able to get it to drop. Foul number 4 on Jones. Well, Conde just 4 of 17 from three-point range. Excuse me, from the floor. Thomas 5 of 13. Jones actually 8 of 12. But here's Gruda, and she does not capitalize on the three-point play opportunity. Oblak now, she has the pass batted by Satana, but the ball falls to Jones. Here's Conde again, and shoots it over the rim. Here she is gambling, trying to come up with a steal. Satana able to go behind her back to get away from her. You have to be careful with Conde. She will step into the passing lane. She will reach out with those long arms and come up with a steal. Satana with a little bit of a runner, but it was a brick. And now Oblak quickly up to Conde, who released early. And that's what she likes to do. She likes to run. And back to a 6-point game. And her motor just revs all night long. Conde, she might be tired, but you never know it. Here's Laxa. Satana from downtown. Oh, boy, yet another big shot tonight by Satana. She has had about 4 huge shots as Schio try to force the decider. Jones. And great play by Keys to come up with the steal. That was a big-time steal. And now the pass up to Gruda. And Gruda follows up her miss and scores. What a huge sequence for Schio. They were being pushed by Prague, and now they have come out swinging and pushed the lead back up to 11 points with 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. Hakova calls timeout. This was after the turnover and the Conde basket. Oblak seeing her teammate race ahead as Conde went to 10 points. But Satana has really hit big shots tonight, and here was Gruda just staying after it, going to 14 points. Gruda 14 points, 13 rebounds. Schio digging deep. Does this Prague team have another run in it? Well, there's still plenty of time for them to get stops and score. And they've got possession right now. But the clock is very soon going to become the enemy. And might they even consider looking at the three-point shot? Here is Conde. She gets it to Thomas. And Thomas, oh boy, that was unlucky. She almost had a three-point play opportunity. Oh no, they haven't. They have called a offensive foul on Thomas. She must have pushed off. I didn't see it. So Mestag must have charged into Mestag. Well, Thomas didn't look like she was complaining, so it must have been a good call. To Shields, goes behind her back. And she did the great work of getting there, just didn't finish. She hasn't finished as well tonight as she usually does. Well, Prague thinking that they should review that, believing it might be their ball, or it should have been their ball, but they did not, the referees. Verona fumbles, turns it over, and another chance to break, and it's Vorachkova who goes in, and great hustle by the Shields to knock it out of her hands and prevent the layup attempt. And again, it's plays like that that make a big difference. The block. Here it is again. Vorachkova thinking she's going in for the easy layup. And it was the hustle of the Shields that prevented it. Jones backs up outside. Oblak for three. Verona rebounds, and now she gets it up to the Shields for the breakaway. And that pushes the lead back to 13 points. Oblak from deep, and there is a terrific play. Jones with the rebound and putback. They can't trade baskets. They need to cut into this deficit, and they need to do it now. Can Schio close it out? And it looks like they will as Sandrine Gruda catches the pass from Keys, who's been excellent tonight. Keys, 10 points, 7 rebounds, and now 3 assists. And DeShields reaching in, going for the steal. And it's not a bad play at all by DeShields, who's really brought the effort here at the end of the game because they've got fouls to give. So the Schio fans, I think, firmly believing they are going to be forcing this Game 3 decider. Satana comes back into the game. She's been terrific tonight overall. I mean, nobody's played perfect, but certainly she's had some big plays. And good rebound from Gruda. Yeah, it feels like Prague just haven't been able to score. They haven't been able to put the ball in the basket. That has been the biggest issue. And Satana, meanwhile, showing us, all of her glory tonight, coming out, hitting that shot. The lead goes to 16 points, and they are already in celebration mode over on that bench. Schio. It's hard to believe how close this thing got in this fourth quarter. They had cut it down to 52-47, 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And at that point, you really started to worry for Schio, who looked like they might cave in. But they kept playing. I think they came out. Satana hit a big shot coming out of a timeout. This is another big shot for Satana. If Satana can play as well as she has played tonight, you have to think that gives them a chance of winning that game 3. But, you know, I don't know that they win tonight without Satana having the game that she has. She has been crucial. So that basket gave Satana 12 points. She also has 9 assists, and that just demonstrates, you know, one more assist for her. She's either been scoring or she's been setting up her teammates. She's had some brilliant passes. Conde from deep, and finally, yes, finally, a three-pointer. Satana dances around and fouled by Oblak. So Schio closing in on victory that is going to knot this quarterfinal series at 1 game apiece. And the two teams are going to get it on again on Friday in the Czech Republic, in Prague. Look at Conde. She's only knows how to play one way, and that's hard. She's still getting after it. 45 seconds remaining. Conde. And now the three-point shot from Oblak. Just can't get it to fall. Conde again. And they've been able to put the ball in the basket. Down low, Jones fouls out of the game here at the end. So overall, a good effort tonight from Jones. 18 points, 16 rebounds, 2 blocks, plus 28 efficiency. It's hard to believe that she could deliver that type of production for Prague, and her team would not win, but you take her out of the mix. You know, she shot almost 70% from the floor, and everybody else was below 40%. Thomas was at 38.46%, and then Conde is just 6 of 22. Oblak just 2 of 11 from the floor. And Vorachkova 2 of 13. Hanyasova and Virolova each 0 for 1. So it's been a cold shooting night for this Prague team. But you got to give credit. You got to give credit to Schio for coming out and forcing the decider. There's Laxa. And Hanyasova with the final rebound, and that's it. So George Dikalakis goes and shakes the hands of Natahekova and Pavel Benes. And mission accomplished for Famila Schio. They're veterans, they're Italy internationals. Verona, she played well coming off the bench. Laxa had a tough first half, put that behind her, came out, contributed in the second. Overall, a solid effort for Schio, but I don't think there's any doubt about it. Prague can play much better, and if you look at the numbers for Prague, from inside the arc 23 of 57, but look at that beyond it, just 1 of 17, and that three-pointer coming at the, in that fourth quarter. And the big question is, will Schio be able to make shots when they come back out on the court on Friday? And will Prague be able to get the bad taste of this defeat out of their mouths when they return home? I would expect to see a much different, much more focused, a laser-focused Prague team. I think the energy was there tonight, and probably the focus was there, but even though they had the 1-0 lead, it seemed like they played with more pressure on them tonight than Schio. So that was the difference. And you can't say enough about the play of Sandra Gruda. She just consistently shows up every single game and provides points and rebounds and great leadership. Like with that jump shot right there. Conde is a player that simply has to score and not just in transition. But Jones, Jones, they got what they needed from Jones. I mean, Jones was outstanding with the 18 points, 17 rebounds. That was the difference. Satana, that was one big difference. Conde is tough driving to the basket. That was Laxa, who she was ice cold in the first half, but in the second half she hit that baseline jumper and then the three-pointer. Those were big shots. And Thomas was, I think, overall solid as well. Didn't shoot it particularly well, but still had 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. It's hard to argue with a plus 24 efficiency. And they made the run. They did make the run. They got it to within 5. They kept putting the pressure on Schio, making them make plays. Satana hit that shot. Then you had Gruda come out and hit that shot. You're worried for Schio the way Prague continued to attack the rim. But in the end, that was a huge three from Kim Mestag. And then after this turnover and basket by Jones, you had Gruda scoring and getting to the free throw line. Even though she didn't make the free throw, we did see this Conde get out ahead of the break and score. But again, Satana came to the rescue. And then she made that pass, and that pretty much sealed it right there with Gruda following up her miss and putting it up and in. And then the great hustle from the Shields with an exclamation mark on this performance, following it up with the layup. So the final, as we look at the last 2 points for Jones, and then Gruda, and then Satana again, and it was all smiles for Schio. That's the only 3 that fell all night. It was by Conde. So Game 3 is on for the neutral fans. That's what you wanted. If you're a Schio fan, that's what you wanted. If you're a Prague fan, well, you might not have wanted it, but that's what you've got. You're going to have to win the Game 3 decider at home to get to the Final Four. So 69-56, Schio win it over Prague tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody.